Hello and welcome to the Team RamRod Tournament Qualifiers. I am your caster Longshot.
And this is Kaleido, and this is game 1 of the second match of the top 4, and we are on GSL Biohazard 2 once again.
Yes, and these two contenders are Ghetto Gosu, spawning at the top left-hand corner, spawning as Protoss, and his opponent is going to be Elastic, the Zerg player, spawning in cross positions as Zerg. I think I
believe that's ecstatic.
Ecstatic? Whatever. I like to say static. Because that could be, I don't know, EC could be like his clan tag or something. I don't know. It could be something like that. But fine. His name's Ecstatic. Maybe he's got a lot of energy. He's got a lot of Zerg speed up in his mug. But whatever, dude. He's all good. All good in the
So
hood,
we're going to see the Protoss put a pylon at the bottom of his ramp here. And that's super interesting. I wonder if he's just going to try to wall with gateways here. If he's going to get his forge first. This is very, very interesting placement.
Yeah, and he's going to be macroing it up as quickly as possible. I think he's going to be walling off there, but I think the Zerg is going to be getting, yes, he is going to be getting his extractor before spawn pool. So he may be opting to be going some early Zergling speed.
Absolutely, definitely wants to get his tech up as fast as possible, wants to get that Zergling speed as soon as possible to see if he can maybe poke at the Protoss front. And we're going to have to see if that works out for him.
And Ghetto Gosu scouts out that he sees the early gas and the spawning pool going to be down after the extractor. So he's going to know that there's going to be some Zergling speed shenanigans.
And I like that he's leaving his probe here. He's going to try to block this hatchery from going down for as long as possible. He's actually going to force the Zerg to make a few Zerglings, maybe one or two. Well, actually, you can only make 2 at a time. So he's going to force the Zerg to make 2 Zerglings to kill this probe before he can expand, which is actually super good because we see the forge going down, and we see he's going to take this early nexus because he has the money to do it, and it's going down right now.
Boom, there it goes. And he's going to be throwing down some sort of cannons. Hopefully he throws out the cannons! Because you got this forge, man. Get some cannons.
Absolutely, and the Zerg has not even scouted the space yet, so he's going to have a terrible surprise waiting for him as this nexus is already down and the gateway's down, and there goes the cannon.
Boom, there it goes. But he does see it. Ecstatic does see that he has the second expansion up, so luckily he needs to get that probe out of his natural and get his other expansion up so that he can really put the economic advantage in his hands.
Absolutely, he's actually still making drones right now, which I don't agree with. One of those rounds definitely should. Oh no, he does have Zerglings out, so he is going to clean us up and then put down his hatch.
Yeah, he's already got 300 minerals, so he's
as soon as he can.
Come on, put down the hatch.
So important to put down the hatch right now.
Oh my gosh, put it down. He's almost there. Yes!
There it is. All right. So
awesome.
Now we're going to have a standard PvZ from now on. This is actually just so standard. Ghetto Gosu is going to build his cybernetics right at the front here. Just showing off all his tech. He doesn't even care. He's safe against Zergling run-bys.
That is correct, and he's going to be walling off just in case, because he does have that little space in between that wall and the cybernetics core with that pylon. And also gives him that extra power, just in case if that one other pylon goes down, he's got another to support it.
Absolutely. And so these Zerglings are going to check, but they cannot get in. There's a cannon right there that will take out one Zergling. Can he get 2? No, the Zerglings are going to run away.
Yep, and he is going to be finally, you know, getting that natural. I mean, he really needs to start droning up really hard right now, and the fact that he sees that this other expansion is up, he should be taking advantage of this and getting down his third. He's got enough money to do it, and if he does get his third down early on, he can get that economic advantage against this Ghetto Gosu Protoss player.
Absolutely, because Ghetto Gosu totally has the econ advantage right now because he got his nexus so fast that it was finished way before the Zerg even started his hatch, and that's just such a huge advantage when you're Protoss, and it's so necessary to have that.
And also getting this Stargate, I'm impressed with this. I mean, he's going to do some early harass with this Stargate. I mean, he's going to have that air units, and even though Ecstatic, not Elastic or whatever, it's Ecstatic. Sorry about that. You know, my mistake. But he's going to be going that air build, and you know the fact that Zerg doesn't have any type of air defense other than the Queens can really do some decent damage against them.
Absolutely, and Zerg is taking his third here, so this is actually, if this Void Ray spots this third, it could be very, very detrimental for the Zerg because he could just totally focus fire the third if there's not a Spore Crawler or a Queen that has gotten there yet. It's just going to take some time for him to get all that defense up. There is a little timing window where maybe he can get a Void Ray in there, but we will have to see if he can do it because the Void Ray is about to pop out in about.
Yep, and he's going to be also getting some more gas on his natural base, and you know, with this Static getting this third, hopefully he can take out like the Void Rays, and hopefully that Void Ray doesn't spot that, because that would be detrimental to his economy. Because right now Ghetto Gosu is at 50 food and Static is going to be at 48, so I don't know. It's dangerous, and he's got his Overlords placed everywhere. Oh, he's going to be losing this Overlord.
He will scout the Stargate, though. He sacrifices Overlord on purpose. He has plenty enough food to cover this loss. He sacrifices it to get a scout on the tech, and he is going to see the Stargate. He's going to see that 2 Void Rays have been built here and are going to be moving out, and so he should have time to react and prepare here. He has a Queen at the third already, but is he going to build a Spine Crawler? Or a Spore Crawler, rather. Oh, he's building 2 Spore Crawlers at his natural. Still not a lot of air defense at the third, though, so we're going to have to see if the Protoss can pick off this third base and regain econ advantage, or if it's just going to be very one-sided right now.
Yeah, he is getting up his Spore Crawler at his third, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough for those 2 Void Rays. I mean, you can do pretty well damage, but he's going to miss the third. Oh, the Queens are coming out.
Get repelled by 4 Queens. Wow, yeah.
Oh, he is going to see the third. Oh,
Static is going to be completely prepared for this 2 Void Ray attack here. And actually, this is pretty terrible for Ghetto Gosu because Zerg is now on 3 base. You know, he is going to be able to get as many drones as he wants because Void Rays are so expensive that the army for Protoss is pretty low. Like, he can't push out with this right now. He is getting +1 though, pretty early on, so that's definitely good use of that forge that's sitting there. But we're just gonna have to see if Ghetto Gosu can maybe poke in the back here, do a little more damage, maybe pick off a couple more Overlords here and there.
Yeah, and he is getting his Colossus tech, which is great for him. He is going to be taking out this Extractor, which is also a good play by Ghetto Gosu, because if he does take out the Extractor, he'll have less gas. Oh, he transfuses
the Extractor.
Oh!
That is a very interesting play, but I don't think it's worth it. I think you should definitely focus on transfusing those Queens.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got to use more APMs to micro or put up that other Extractor and put drones on it. But with that other Spore Crawler defending his base, these 2 Void Rays are just going to be harassing all the way. But he does have his Hydra Den up, and it's...
The Hydra Den is finished. He is getting his upgrades for missile attacks. But this Roach Warren is pretty vulnerable if he pushes in with these Void Rays at the right angle. He could totally pick off this Roach Warren, but I don't think he's going to. He's just going to try to get a little bit of the gas here. Yeah. Slow down the gas mining, which is, you know, not a bad call. And again, he's going to transfuse this gas. This is actually such great Queen play. I mean, even though he keeps losing these gases, he's forcing these Void Rays to stay around for longer, and all these Queens have enough time to come up and do a little bit of damage. Like, both of these Void Rays have taken a little bit of hull damage. I mean, they're still alive, but he definitely repelled this harass in a very, very good way.
But we can see that Ghetto Gosu has a large Stalker army with
and he will be taking his third behind this.
Yes, he is going to be taking his third as well, but he does have his Colossus out. He's going to be chrono boosting on his Colossus tech and also chrono boosting the other Colossus out. So by the time these 2 Colossus come out, we see that he has Static has the Hydra army ready for any type of other air attacks. But the fact that he kind of he hasn't scouted. Static needs to scout his base, needed to take the Xel'Naga watchtowers, make sure that they have
these Colossus that are getting chrono boosted out are actually going to completely hard counter this mostly Hydra army right now.
Agreed, and the fact that he has that range on those Colossi is going to be huge against that Roach Hydra army, and it just doesn't have enough. He needed to scout out that army at the front. So,
Absolutely. Not even scout the army, but he definitely should be scouting this third timing. I mean, this third is almost done, and he still has no idea about this. He's just making blindly a bunch of Roach Hydra, and there's an observer just floating over this, seeing it getting pushed out, and going, well, clearly I have the composition that can deal with this handily. So I'd imagine Ghetto Gosu is just not worried right now. He's even going to be transferring a giant amount of probes to his third. He's completely safe against this right now.
yeah, he's got that third Colossus coming out now, and that observer is just going to be hanging over this army.
Oh, here comes a push off creep, out of position, on move command. Oh, this is terrible for the Zerg player. Terrible, terrible time to be attacking into a giant 150 food Protoss army. He should have stayed on the creep and been safe. I mean, this is definitely not a good idea. Finally, more Hydras popping out, but this is not going to be good against all of this Colossus coming up. Coming up on the high ground here and attacking the third base mining, destroying all of these drones.
That's right, and Static doesn't like this map, but he leaves the game without GGing.
Not only did he not GG, but he actually forfeited from this whole matchup. So Ghetto Gosu gets a free ride to the top 2 and the final game of this first qualifier of the Team RamRod tournament.
That's right, and these tournaments games can be watched and will be posted on my channel, LongShotStarCraft, and they'll be in a RamRod tournament playlist, so definitely check those out. Also, we've got a Facebook, and also, what else, Kaleido?
You can follow me on Twitter, TR Kaleido, K-L-E-I-D-O. And, I believe we went over this quite a few times, but, you know, if you don't know how to qualify for this tournament, the top 2, so basically Ghetto Gosu and Jobber will be qualifying as of this first qualifier for the grand final of this tournament. And anyone that made points and hasn't made it to a qualifier will also be able to qualify. So we will have to see, as we cast more of these qualifiers, who's going to make it into the final games.
Yeah, and if you're interested in these qualifiers, the qualifiers are being held at Z33K, which is Zeek.com, and to find those tournaments, go to RamRod's group page on that website, so check them out. And once again, guys, thank you for watching, and we're going to be hitting up the grand finals in this one, so definitely check that out. I'll check you guys next time. Peace.